Season 3 starts with Jesse in therapy, grieving Jane's death, while Walt is reeling from his wife leaving him, not to mention that fateful crash of two airliners resulting in hundreds of deaths. After being pushed out of his house, Walt is trying to reconcile with Skylar, who's figured out that he's in the drug trade and starts having an affair with her boss as a means of revenge. While a new cartel threat makes its way up from the border, Walt keeps refusing an irresistible multi-million-dollar offer from the chicken mogul, Gus Fring.
Meanwhile, Jesse gets clean, buys his old house back, and eventually starts cooking meth again. Walt is livid with Jesse for using his recipe, which Gus uses to manipulate Walt into cooking in a swanky new underground super lab with his new assistant, Gail. This arrangement keeps Walt safe from two axe-wielding killers who are hell-bent on revenge for their cousin, Tuco.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah. And then Hank is invited back to El Paso, but instead throws himself into the hunt for Heisenberg, circling in on that elusive RV, which we know belongs to our protagonist, and he links it to Jesse. Walt and Jesse then barely escape Hank's grasp with some trickery involving his wife, which then causes Hank to beat Jesse senseless. And to keep Jesse from pressing charges and ending Hank's career, Walt arranges for Jesse to replace Gale and makes him a 50-50 partner once again. So problem is the cousins then get Gus's permission to get revenge on Hank, and Hank then instead barely manages to kill them and escape with his life.
That's right. A lot happening. And then Hank, as he slowly recovers, the cooks make loads and loads of money working with Gus, but Jesse begins to feel shortchanged and starts skimming meth from the drug dealers, in order to sell to recovering addicts of all people. There, he meets and falls for Andrea before finding out that her 11-year-old brother, Tomas, works for two of Gus's dealers selling the infamous blue meth, and that he murdered Combo back in Season 2. When Jesse's revenge plans result in Tomas being killed, Walt actually steps in, saving Jesse's life and killing the two dealers responsible. Gus then tries to kill Walt and Jesse, but Walt plans to save his skin by sacrificing Gale, the lab assistant, who was slated to replace him. But as Walt is being marched to his death, he asks Jesse to take down Gale instead. So Season 3 ends with Gale pleading for his life while Jesse tearfully pulls the trigger.
We hope you enjoyed this snack-sized taste of Popcorn Theology. Check out the full episode using the link in the description. Subscribe on YouTube for more content. Follow and interact on social media to share with others. And remember, you are not a mindless consumer.